What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. Today I want to talk to you about Polestar. In general, I think we already know that EVs are going to do a lot of amazing things in the coming years. It's just the short term that is what a lot of people worry about. And in Polestar's case, there might be something coming in the short term that might force a lot of institutions to sell out some of the positions. So I want to explain what that is, what that might mean for investors in the grand scheme of things. Before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. And with that, let's get right to it. Live ticker is going at the very bottom of the screen, currently up 0.79%, 559,000 shares being traded within the first 1 hour of the trading day. So today's going to be, from what it looks like at least, a very high volume day, and 66,000 shares being purchased by institutions on the secondary market. So let me know your thoughts on all of that. But like I said, when it comes down to it though, a lot of people are very focused on the short term, and the next big thing that is coming short term that might give us a little bit more relief is right here. So on October the 13th is the next CPI data. Hopefully at that stage it will show some signs of slowing down and curbing, but in reality nobody knows at this stage. Obviously I think the anticipation was even the last two reports there was going to have some signs of kind of slowing down, but that wasn't necessarily the case. But when it comes to it though, in Polestar's case, there might be something coming down the pipeline to sell out some of their positions, and that's by institutions. So I just wanted to show you one thing, and so I'm going to pop over to Interactive Brokers and break that down for you. So as of right now, a lot of institutions are in Polestar, especially for where it's at operationally. So a total of institutions, 24.32 million shares is being held. For strategic entities, 61.19 million. So definitely strategic entities have a very big position in Polestar. But when it comes down to strategic entities, there's always fine print on exactly what they can invest in, how much, and so forth. So unfortunately, there's something called a penny stock. So typically when people think penny stocks, more common than not, they think of over-the-counter stocks. But that isn't necessarily the case. Anything below $5 is considered a penny stock. So if something is considered a penny stock, so for instance, if Polestar does get below $5 for 10 consecutive days, a lot of those strategic entities, so I'm just going to quickly go back here, that 61.19 million will no longer be able to hold Polestar in certain accounts, and also over and above that, will not be able to trade on margin with Polestar. So definitely a lot of those institutions that have Polestar either on margin or specific accounts will be forced to sell it. And so like I said, 61 million shares, if majority or even half of that does sell, that is going to be very, very detrimental on the actual stock. This is why 9 times out of 10 when a company, especially more so on the NASDAQ, because those are a little bit more volatile historically, but when something does get close to that $5 mark, they enact a reverse stock split. So usually they have to get approval for that and so forth, but that would be able to kind of avoid that tentative selling by institutions. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Like I said, from what I've seen and researched, nothing has come out from Polestar about a reverse stock split. So maybe they might be very welcoming for institutions to sell out some of the positions. Like I always say, in the long term, obviously a lot of EVs are going to do a lot of amazing things, which I'm sure even years from now, Polestar is going to be well above $5. But in the short term, institutions might need to sell it tentatively just until they do maintain and get over that $5 mark, where it'll kind of meet their criteria where they can get back in. But you can even see generally a slowdown in institutional purchasing done by the dark pool. So these are all the dark pool transactions for Polestar, and you can tell it generally has slowed down, whether it be because of just bad market indicators, or maybe it's just generally about that $5 mark, because we have been kind of getting very close to that, and very, very aggressively. Even myself, I did get into Polestar because I am a very big Lucid fan and EVs in general, but I know Polestar has the ability to really pump out a lot of vehicles, which could be very beneficial for it. So I actually did make a position in Polestar at $6, and I believe it's 30 cents, might be around that, but still, I made a position because I felt at that price point, it couldn't go down much more, but unfortunately, that I was wrong about that. So let me know your thoughts on that, and that is also a good transition. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But based on the actual technicals, things are breaking down very, very fast. So on the actual chart, I do have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. Momentum, you can tell ever since last Thursday, a lot of retailers are just out of the game. They maybe are too tired of that. GDP numbers were a little bit more negative, so maybe they're just kind of getting out. Let me know your thoughts on that. Stochastic is at 2. I have not seen anything as oversold as Polestar, so definitely it is overdue for a nice little rebound. As you can see on the chart, it's been roughly about 10 consecutive red days, so definitely it hits the sentiment a little bit negatively, and I always like to look at the sentiment exactly because you need it to be sought out in a positive light. 9 times out of 10, anything always negative will continue to go down. There's no reason for anyone to buy it at that stage. Today we are very green, so I think right now it's playing off of the stochastic and just the broader market right now, but when it comes to it though, we actually did break below that $5 mark today, so that's something that you just need to keep in mind. And like I said, it's only tentatively if it stays below $5 for 10 consecutive days. That's where it will be classified as a penny stock. So like I said, below $5 is something that you need to really watch for in the grand scheme of things. But let me know your thoughts on Polestar, and if you are buying, selling, holding, or if you feel that it might just be continuously trending down until possibly CPI. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But like I said, I think Polestar has a very alluringness, if that's even a word, to it, because I think being able to pump out a lot of vehicles, especially worldwide, is a very big attribute that might come very beneficial to it, especially over the tech-focused EV companies. So definitely let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, as always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Polestar.